How's your day been? Tell me in the comments. So in this video, we'll be going over the latest news surrounding a fourth stimulus check, and of course, a $200 increase in your Social Security benefits. Yes folks, it looks like Congress is finally taking action to help every single American out, and I can't wait for this stimulus bill to be signed into law. So guys, be sure to stay until the end of this video to never miss out on all of the very important stimulus news. The whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information, because we all know that a fourth stimulus check must be passed right now. And if you agree with me, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now folks, just know this. Joe Biden's American Families Plan will definitely provide many of you guys with more stimulus money. President Biden needs to pass another round of stimulus checks. Despite financial assistance through multiple programs, millions of Americans still remain in financial distress, with about 4 in 10 people saying their income well below crisis levels. Unemployment is still high, especially in low-wage industries such as food services and hospitality. A fourth round of stimulus checks definitely needs to be passed soon. 21 Democratic senators have signed a letter to Biden in support of recurring stimulus payments, pointing out that the $400 payment being distributed by the IRS will not tide people over for long. The senators wrote in the letter that almost 6 in 10 people say the $400 payments set to be included in the rescue package will last them less than 3 months. And while the letter doesn't specify how large the payments that the senators are seeking, many other Democratic lawmakers, everybody, are pushing for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks until this crisis ends. Even top economists have called for more direct aid to Americans. Over more than 150 economists signed a letter to Joe Biden, arguing for recurring direct stimulus payments. Now personally folks, it would be really great if the Biden administration decides to include another stimulus payment into the American Families Plan. It is likely that Democrats will use the budget reconciliation process again to pass Joe Biden's infrastructure plan. So, Democratic lawmakers might as well add a fourth stimulus check in there and increase your Social Security benefits by $200 a month. It has got to be done, everybody. For now, everybody, the White House isn't giving any specifics on the fourth stimulus bill, but details have started to leak out about what Biden is aiming to be the second part of his infrastructure plan. The Washington Post has reported that childcare will be one of the largest efforts in the plan. Funding could be roughly $225 billion for this priority. Paid family leave is another key component of Biden's American Rescue Plan, everybody. In addition, guys, Joe Biden has stated that he wants 12 weeks of paid family and medical leave, and this could reportedly cost around $225 billion. Everybody, do you support a fourth stimulus check? If you do, then leave a comment down below saying, I agree. And First Lady Jill Biden said that the president is ready for big ideas and full action. Now folks, dozens of federal lawmakers are calling on the Biden administration to support increasing supplemental security income benefits, growing the asset limit, and making other changes to the program. And this is really good news, everybody. Members of Congress asking Joe Biden to include desperately needed improvements to SSI in his American Families Plan, which is set to be unveiled very soon. So yes folks, we might actually see an increase for any of you guys that are on federal benefits like SSI or SSDI. But we're gonna have to wait and see what Joe Biden says on this. For now, 47 members of the Senate and House Representatives wrote a letter to the President and Vice President. They urged that people with disabilities and adults receiving SSI are some of the most marginalized members of our society, and we must address their needs in the recovery effort. Folks, I want you to know this. SSI benefits currently go to about 8 million Americans, many of whom have disabilities. Individuals receive a maximum federal payment of $794 per month from the program, while couples can expect to see around $1,200 a month. Now, in order to remain eligible for this payment, individual beneficiaries can have no more than $2,000 to their names, and couples are limited to $3,000 in assets at any given time. In addition, everybody, the letter says that SSI should increase the amount of money that beneficiaries can earn before their benefits are reduced. The lawmakers want rules lowering benefits for those who marry, or if individuals accept food or shelter from friends and family, to be eliminated. It is likely, everybody, that Joe Biden will agree to these changes. Biden has already expressed support for Social Security and SSI during his campaign for the presidency. And if you guys agree with me, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
Last night was historic. It was the first time 2 women, the Vice President of the United States and the Speaker of the House, sat behind the President as he delivered his address to the nation. It sent the message to girls and women that beyond the sky is the limit. We would say the sky is the limit years ago, but now with the technology that we see, there is no limit. The president's speech reflected that message. It's one thing to have two women there. It's remarkable, actually, I say immodestly. But what's really important about the night was what the president said in his speech. It was a triumph for women. Women at home, women in the workplace. Equal pay for equal work. Paid family and medical leave. Affordable child care. Universal pre-K. I love that because it's children learning, parents earning. Men and women, but largely women as caregivers. The Violence Against Women Act that he urged the passage of in the Senate, and many other initiatives for women. The list goes on. This address was a recognition that we can only build back better with the fuller participation of women in our economy. So I indeed thought it was a triumph for women. This is an ambitious, transformative vision for seizing a once-in-a-century opportunity to build back better. The bold investments of the American Jobs Plan, the American Family Plan, invest in the foundations of our strength, families, workers, and the middle class. The Jobs Plan is the largest plan since World War II, and the Families Plan will make historic differences for families. The Democratic House looks forward to working with the administration to enact this vision. Congress will work its will. We have many ideas in our caucus, and our committees are hard at work advancing the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. Just to go back to the president's address, we're talking about it, but specifically, he lifted up the progress made by the rescue plan, told people what's in it so that they can be sure to avail themselves of the benefits of it and what can be done in the American Jobs Plan. In addition to all of that, he talked about other priorities for our community and therefore some pieces of legislation already passed the House or the Senate. The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act that we're optimistic will see some progress in a bipartisan way soon. Gun violence prevention bills, very popular across the country among gun owners and the rest. This is just only in the Congress of the United States is there objection, but there is bipartisanship or nonpartisanship on this subject across the country. H.R. 1, for the people. This is about our democracy. We must pass this legislation. We have in the House. The leader has called it a priority in the Senate, Mr. Schumer, and then what they did pass in the Senate, and we have to take up in the House, is the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, led by